Hi everyone, I'm Yana from Susan's family. Today, I'll teach you a method for making the Mermaid's Glow lampshade. This lampshade is crocheted with high quality yarn, decorated with 2 different colors of sequins, creating a smooth color transition that gives unique light and shadow effects. A teardrop pendant is added below to make it more delicate and refined. It's very practical and a perfect choice for home decoration. If you need to purchase the original materials kit and receive crocheting guidance, please search for the shop on website susudiy.com. Susan's family. Direct link to the shop. Now, let's get started. This lamp consists of the base, the lamp frame, the lampshade, the pendant, and consists of 4 parts. Among them, the lampshade is crocheted separately. After completing it, assemble it with the lamp frame. Then attach the pendant underneath the lamp frame. Finally, install the base. First, learn the crocheting method for the lampshade. The lampshade consists of 2 parts, upper and lower. The first section is a large motif. After the motif is crocheted, then crochet the second section in rounds. When crocheting the second section, incorporate sequins. First, learn the crocheting method for the first section large motif. Let's take a look at the finished product. Use the magic ring method for casting on. Crochet outward counterclockwise from the center. The stitch patterns used are all marked on the chart. Now watch me demonstrate the specific crocheting method. Before starting the actual crocheting, first learn the basic posture for crocheting. To make it easier for everyone to see clearly, I'll use chunky yarn for the demonstration. For specific yarn, color scheme and hook size, we have introduced them in the detail page of our product. Pick up the yarn with your right hand, wrap it around your left index finger twice. 1, 2. There are 3 strands of yarn above. Use your right thumb and index finger to pinch where the loops overlap, take it out. Then wrap the yarn tail around your left pinky once. Pass through between the index and middle fingers. Transfer the loop to between your left middle finger and thumb. Pick up the crochet hook with your right hand. The hook moves between these 2 points. Insert into the loop. Position the hook to the left of the yarn. Wrap the yarn counterclockwise. Draw the yarn through. Chain 1 to secure. Keep the hook on the left side of the yarn. Yarn over. Pull the yarn through the loop. 1 chain stitch is done. Look everyone, this is how the adjustable magic ring looks like when it's done. Now work the first round. Chain 1 as the turning chain for single crochet. Then make a single crochet in the magic ring loop. Insert the hook into the magic ring loop. Pull the yarn through. There are 2 loops on the hook. Yarn over, and draw through in once. 1 single crochet is completed. Place a stitch marker on this stitch. Place it on the braid on the upper right. If you don't have a stitch marker, you can use a paperclip or safety pin instead. Now work the second stitch. Insert the hook. Pull the yarn through. Yarn over, pull through the 2 loops on the hook. The second single crochet is completed. This round requires a total of 8 single crochets. Let's continue working. 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8. Once completed, close the magic ring. If the yarn loop is too short here, move the completed section to the right before tightening. There are 2 loops in total. First, gently pull the yarn tail. You'll see 1 moving loop. Tighten the moving loop first. Only 1 loop remains. Pull the yarn tail tight directly. That's how you secure the loops. Join with a slip stitch at the marker spot. Insert into these 2 strands. Pull the yarn through. Draw through all loops on the hook in once. The braid next to it is the slip stitch. Pay attention to tighten this stitch. Otherwise, you'll crochet extra stitches later. The starting tail of the yarn doesn't need to be cut off yet. You can weave it in while crocheting the next round. Look here, everyone. This is what it looks like after completing the first round. Move on to crochet the second round. This round works into the stitches of the previous round. The stitch refers to the braid at the top right of the single crochet, which means these 2 strands. Each stitch has a corresponding stitch. Make 1 beginning chain to start. The beginning chain corresponds to the stitch below. Work a single crochet increase inside it. That means working 2 single crochets in the same position. When crocheting, place the starting tail above the crochet hook. Weave it in along the texture of the fabric. One, 2. Mark the first single crochet. Then work an increase in the adjacent stitch. One, 2. The second increase is completed. There are 8 single crochets in the first round. In this round, work 8 single crochet increases. On these 8 single crochets, continue crocheting all the way down. Don't forget to weave in the yarn tail while working. After everything is completed, count the number of single crochets. Each of these counts as 1 stitch. Corresponding above is a V-shaped loop. Let's count the chains. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Total of 16 stitches matching the chart. Finish with a slip stitch at the stitch marker spot. Insert into the corresponding position. Draw the yarn through. Pull through all loops on the hook in one go. Tighten. Check the texture on the right side of the fabric. It's quite clear. The texture on the wrong side is a bit blurry. The starting tail has already been secured with a round. You can cut it directly. Look here. This is what it looks like after completing round 2. Next, crochet round 3. Make 3 beginning chains. 1, 2, 3. Treat these 3 chains as 1 double crochet. Mark the stitch on the 3rd chain. Hook into the strand on the right side of the braid. These 3 chains correspond to the stitch below. Chain 3 as a bridge. 1, 2, 3. Skip the stitch under the turning chain, and leave the left stitch unworked. Work a double crochet in the 3rd stitch. The technique for double crochet is, yarn over once, insert into the corresponding stitch, pull the yarn through. There are 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over and draw through the first 2 loops. 2 loops remain. Yarn over and draw through the remaining loops in once. 1 double crochet is completed. Chain 3 as a bridge. Skip the stitch underneath. Work a double crochet in the adjacent stitch. Yarn over once. Insert the hook. Pull the yarn through. There are 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over one after another. Draw through the first 2 loops on the hook. Repeat twice. 1, 2. The second double crochet is completed. Including the beginning chain, 3 double crochets have been worked. Let's look at the pattern for this round of crochet. Work a double crochet separated by 1 stitch. Make a double crochet. Work 3 chains as a bridge between every 2 double crochets. Repeat this process. Continue all the way down to finish the remaining. Complete the last double crochet. 1 stitch remains unworked on the left side. Leave it unworked. Work 3 chains as a transition. Join with a slip stitch at the stitch marker. Insert into these 2 strands. Crochet slip stitches. Pull tight. This completes the 3rd round. A total of 8 double crochets were made. Continue to crochet the 4th round. Chain 1 as beginning chain. The beginning chain corresponds to the starting chain below. Work 1 single crochet in the same position. Insert into the slip stitch insertion point and crochet. Mark the stitch. Next, work 4 single crochets into the chain space on the left side, that is, this large space. 1, 2, 3, 4. After completing, work 1 single crochet into the adjacent double crochet stitch. Work 1 single crochet. This stitch is less noticeable. Don't miss it. Continue working 4 single crochets into the left chain space. Work 1 single crochet into the adjacent double crochet stitch. This round is all worked into the previous round's double crochet stitches. Work 1 single crochet. Work 4 single crochets into the chain space. Repeat this process. Work all the way down to complete them. Join with a slip stitch at the stitch marker spot. Pull tight. Look everyone, this is what the 4th round looks like after completion. Now work the 5th round. Chain 5 to begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Treat these 5 chains as 1 treble crochet. Mark the 5th stitch. These 5 chains correspond to the stitch below. Chain 5 as a bridge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip the stitch under the turning chain. Leave the adjacent stitch unworked. Work a single crochet in the 3rd stitch. Continue working a single crochet in the next stitch. Chain 5 as a bridge after completing. Skip the adjacent stitch. In the 2nd stitch, make a treble crochet. Yarn over 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Insert into the corresponding position. Draw the yarn through. There are 5 loops on the hook. Yarn over one after another. Draw through the first 2 loops on the hook. Repeat 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 treble crochet is completed. You can see this treble crochet aligns with the double crochets of the 3rd round on the same straight line. Next, chain 5 as a bridge. Skip 1 stitch underneath. Single crochet into the adjacent stitch. We have 2 single crochets on both sides, 2 groups of chain stitches, and the treble crochet in the middle as one motif. Half of the first motif is completed. The remaining part will be finished at the end. Next, work on the 3rd motif. First, single crochet into the adjacent stitch. Then chain 5 as a bridge. After completing, skip 1 stitch, treble crochet into the 2nd stitch. Yarn over 3 times. Insert the hook. Pull the yarn through. Yarn over one after another. Draw through the first 2 loops on the hook. Repeat 4 times. The treble crochet is completed. Continue with 5 chains as a bridge. Skip the stitch underneath. Single crochet into the adjacent stitch. The 3rd motif is completed. This round is worked in the same way. Crochet the corresponding pattern. Follow the chart to complete the remaining work. After finishing the last motif, complete the first motif. Single crochet into the adjacent stitch. Finish with 5 chains as a bridge. One stitch remains on the left side. Leave unworked. Join with a slip stitch at the marker spot. Pick up 2 strands of the braid. When crocheting at the beginning chain position, always pick up 2 strands of the braid. I won't repeat this instruction later. Pull tight. Look everyone, this is what the 5th round looks like when completed. A total of 8 motifs were crocheted. Move on to the 6th round. Chain 1 as beginning chain. The beginning chain corresponds to the one below. Work a single crochet inside. Mark the stitch. Next, in the chain space on the left side, work 5 single crochets and 1 ch3 picket. When crocheting, the single crochets should wrap the chain evenly. One, 2. After completing the second single crochet, work 1 picket stitch. First, work 3 chains. 1, 2, 3. After completing, insert the hook into the front loop of the single crochet stitch on the right side. A stitch consists of these 2 strands. The strand closer to you is the front loop. The strand farther from you is the back loop. Insert the hook from back to front into the front loop of the corresponding stitch and the left side strand underneath. Work a slip stitch inside. 1 ch3 picket is completed. Continue working 3 single crochets in the same position. The stitch technique corresponding to the left chain space of the motif is finished. Next, work on the adjacent motif. In the single crochet stitch on the right side, make one slip stitch to join. That's this stitch. Skip the single crochet stitch. On the left side of the just crocheted motif, the slip stitch doesn't need to be pulled tight. Just work normally. Then work 5 single crochets. In the chain space on the right side of the adjacent motif, 1 picket stitch. First work 3 single crochets. 1, 2, 3. Complete with 1 picket stitch. First work 3 chains. After completing, insert the hook into the front loop of the single crochet on the right side and into color 1 below on the left. Work a slip stitch inside. 1 picket stitch is completed. Continue with 2 single crochets in the same position. The stitch corresponding to the chain space on the right side of the pattern is completed. Next, in the middle of the pattern, work 1 single crochet in the stitch of the treble crochet. Work 1 single crochet. After completing, work 2 single crochets in the chain space on the left side of the pattern. 2 single crochets. 1 picket stitch. 3 single crochets. After completing, work in the single crochet stitch on the right side of the adjacent pattern. Make a slip stitch. Leave the just crocheted pattern. Leave the single crochet stitch on the left side unworked. Continue in this pattern. Work 3 single crochets in the chain space on the right side. One picket stitch. 2 single crochets. Then work 1 single crochet in the treble crochet stitches in the middle of the pattern. Work 1 single crochet. Then work 2 single crochets in the chain space on the left side. 1 picket stitch. 3 single crochets. Then in the single crochet stitch on the right side of the adjacent pattern, make a slip stitch. Let's look at the crocheting pattern here. It's all working 5 single crochets in the chain spaces on both sides of the pattern from the previous round. 5 single crochets each side, 1 picket stitch. After completing the third single crochet in the right chain space, work a picket stitch. After completing the second single crochet in the left chain space, work a picket stitch. Work 1 single crochet in the middle treble crochet stitches of the pattern. Make a slip stitch in the single crochet stitch on the right side of the pattern. Leave the left single crochet stitch unworked. Repeat this process. Refer to the chart. Work all the way down to complete the remaining part. Finally complete the stitch pattern in the right chain space of the first pattern. Finish with a slip stitch at the marker spot after completion. Tighten. Look everyone, this is what the 6th round looks like after completion. Next work the 7th round. Make 3 beginning chains. Treat these 3 chains as 1 double crochet stitch. Mark the 3rd stitch. These 3 chains correspond to the stitch below. Then work 11 chain stitches as transition. In the adjacent pattern's middle treble crochet stitches, work 1 double crochet in the corresponding single crochet. Continue with 11 chain stitches as transition. On the left side pattern's middle, in the single crochet worked on the treble crochet stitches, work 1 double crochet. This round is all worked on the pattern's middle stitches. In the single crochet, work 1 double crochet. You can see the double crochet and treble crochet are aligned in a straight line. Between every 2 double crochets, work 11 chain stitches as transition. Repeat this process. Continue crocheting the remaining part. Join with a slip stitch at the beginning chain position. Pull tight. The 7th round is completed. Continue to crochet the 8th round. Make 1 beginning chain to start. Work 1 single crochet in the same position. Mark the stitch. Then work 11 single crochets in the left chain space. Wrap the chain evenly as you crochet. Work 1 single crochet in the adjacent double crochet stitch after completing. This round is all about working 11 single crochets in the chain spaces of the previous round. Evenly distribute single crochets while crocheting. Wrap the chain into stitches. Work 1 single crochet in the double crochet stitch. Repeat this process. Continue crocheting the remaining part all the way down. Join with a slip stitch at the first stitch to finish. Pull tight. Round 8 is completed. Now work on round 9. Chain 1 as beginning chain. Make a single crochet increase in the stitch under the turning chain. Mark the first single crochet stitch. Work 11 single crochets evenly into each stitch below. After completing, in the adjacent stitch, make a single crochet increase. Continue working single crochets evenly. Work 11 single crochets in total. Make a single crochet increase after completing. You can see the increases are made at the single crochet positions pulled through from double crochet stitches. Between every 2 increases, work 11 single crochets evenly. Repeat this process. Work all the remaining rounds until finished. Join with a slip stitch to finish. Keep the stitch marker in place for now. Pull tight. The 9th round is completed. Move on to the 10th round. When crocheting this round, you need to adjust the position of the first stitch. First, make a slip stitch on the left side stitch. Weave the yarn tail into the work as a bridge. The transition slip stitch doesn't need to be tightened. Just crochet normally. Keep the previously marked stitch marker in place. Start crocheting from the adjacent stitch. First, make 6 slip stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then make 1 beginning chain to start. The beginning chain corresponds to the stitch where you just made the slip stitch. Make 1 single crochet in it. Mark the stitch. Crochet 7 single crochets down. Now you've reached the position for the second single crochet increase. Make 1 single crochet in it. 3 chains. 1 picket stitch. First, make 3 chains. 1, 2, 3. Insert the hook into the third to last chain on the left side with these 2 strands. Make 1 slip stitch. The picket stitch is completed. Continue with 3 chain transitions. In the same position, crochet 1 DC2 puff bobble stitch with treble crochets. First, make 2 incomplete treble crochets. The technique for incomplete stitches is yarn over 3 times. Insert. Draw the yarn through. Yarn over one after another. Pull through the first 2 loops on the hook. Repeat 3 times. 1, 2, 3. There are still 2 loops on the hook. 1 incomplete treble crochet is completed. Move on to the second stitch. Yarn over 3 times. Insert. Draw through. Yarn over one after another. Pull through the first 2 loops on the hook. Repeat 3 times. The second incomplete stitch is completed. There are still 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over and draw through all loops in once. 1 bobble stitch is completed. Move on to crochet 3 chains. 1 picket stitch. First, work 3 chains. After completing, insert the hook into the third chain from the hook among the 2 strands on the left side. Crochet slip stitches. The picket stitch is completed. Continue with 3 chains as a transition. Work 1 single crochet into the same stitch below. We consider these stitches worked into the same stitch as one bobble stitch pattern. Pick up stitches and work 4 single crochets downward. Start crocheting from the adjacent stitch. When crocheting, don't miss this stitch. After completing, work 10 chains as a transition. Turn the fabric piece over. Turn the fabric piece counterclockwise. Position the wrong side of the piece toward you. Work 1 single crochet into the braid above, and to the left of the bobble stitch on the left side, that is, into this braid. Continue with 10 chains as a transition. Skip 3 stitches below and leave unworked. Work a single crochet to join from the 4th stitch. The wrong side stitch is located above, and to the left of the single crochet. Pay attention, this single crochet belongs to the bobble stitch pattern. Note that this single crochet is part of the bobble stitch pattern. Not counted. Start counting from the stitch next to it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Work a single crochet into this stitch. Make 1 single crochet into the adjacent stitch. Turn the piece over after completing. Always turn the fabric piece counterclockwise. Work 5 single crochets into the left chain space. These 5 stitches cover about half the length of the chain. Chain 5 as transition after completing. Make 1 beginning chain to start. Place a stitch marker on this beginning chain. Work 5 single crochets over the 5 left chains. Wrap the chains while crocheting. Chain 8 as transition after completing. Turn the piece over. On the first single crochet stitch underneath, single crochet to connect. That's this stitch. Continue turning the piece over. Work 3 single crochets into the previous chain space. One picket stitch. When working picket stitch on single crochet position, always pick up the front loop of the stitch and the thread underneath. Finish with a slip stitch. Continue with 3 single crochets. One picket stitch. Complete with 3 single crochets. Consider these separately crocheted chain stitches and single crochets along with picket stitch as a lace pattern arch. Next, fill in the single crochet on the right side of the bobble stitch. In the chain space, work 3 single crochets inside. One picket stitch. 2 single crochets. Next, work 1 single crochet in the left single crochet stitch, that is, the stitch worked on the bobble stitch. Complete and work 2 single crochets in the left chain space, 1 picket stitch. Eight single crochets. Similarly, wrap the chain evenly with single crochets. Consider these stitches worked on both sides of the bobble stitch pattern as a square lace pattern. Continue to work single crochets in the adjacent stitches below until reaching the first single crochet position of the increase on the left side. Work a total of 8 single crochets. Complete and work 1 bobble stitch pattern at the second single crochet position of the increase. 1 single crochet, 3 chains, 1 picket stitch. When working the picket stitch in the chain space, insert into the third to last chain. Slip stitch through 2 strands on the left side. I won't repeat this explanation later. Continue with 3 chains. Work 1 bobble stitch in the same stitch. First, make 2 incomplete treble crochets. Three loops on the hook. Yarn over and draw through all loops in once. The bobble stitch is completed. Then work 3 chains. 1 picket stitch. 3 chains. Work 1 single crochet in the same position underneath. The puff stitch pattern is completed. Pick up stitches and work 4 single crochets downward. Don't miss the adjacent stitch. After completing, work the square lace pattern. First, work 10 chain transitions. Turn the fabric piece over. With the wrong side facing you, in the braid above and to the left of the puff stitch, work 1 single crochet. Continue with 10 chain transitions. Skip 3 stitches underneath and leave unworked. Work single crochet in the 4th stitch. Note, the single crochets in the puff stitch pattern are not counted. Work 1 single crochet in the adjacent stitch. After completing, turn the fabric piece over. First, work 5 single crochets in the chain space on the right side. These 5 stitches cover about half the length of the chain. After finishing the single crochets, work the arch lace pattern. First, chain 5. After completing, join with the square lace pattern on the right side. Turn the fabric piece over. Join from the wrong side. On the side of the square lace pattern, count 5 stitches upwards from the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make a single crochet to join on the 5th stitch, which is 3 single crochets apart from the picket on the left side. Turn the fabric piece over. From the right side, on the chain space of the 5 chains you just worked, work 5 single crochets. After completing, chain 8 as a transition. Turn the fabric piece over. On the first single crochet position from below, make a single crochet to join. Continue turning the fabric piece over. In the chain space of the 8 chains, work 3 single crochets, 1 picket stitch. Repeat 2 times. After completing, work 3 single crochets. The lace pattern is completed. Starting from the second lace pattern, need to connect with the square lace pattern on the right side using single crochet. Continue completing the square lace pattern. First work 3 single crochets in the chain space on the right side. One picket stitch. Two single crochets. Work 1 single crochet on the single crochet connection on the left side. Now at the chain space position on the left side, work 2 single crochets inside. 1 picket stitch. 8 single crochets. The square lace pattern is completed. Next, pick up stitches and work single crochets. Continue working until reaching the increase on the left side, the first single crochet position, a total of 8 single crochets. Now reach the corresponding position. Work the third puff stitch pattern from the adjacent stitch. After completing, work 4 single crochets downward. Then work the square lace pattern. First work 10 chain stitches. turn the fabric piece over. Work 1 single crochet in the braid above and to the left of the puff stitch. Continue with 10 chain transitions. Skip 3 single crochets underneath without working. Work a single crochet to connect from the 4th single crochet. Let me emphasize again. The single crochets worked for the puff stitch pattern are not counted. Work 1 more single crochet in the adjacent stitch. After completing, turn the fabric piece over. First, work 5 single crochets in the chain space on the right side. These 5 stitches cover about half the length of the chain. Next, work the arch lace pattern. Start with 5 chain transitions. And the square lace pattern on the right side. Connect with the single crochets worked in the left side hole. Turn the fabric piece over. Join from the wrong side. Count 5 single crochets upward from the bottom. Work a single crochet to join on the 5th stitch. After completing, turn the fabric piece over. In this chain space of 5 stitches, work 5 single crochets. Continue downward to finish the arch lace pattern. After completing, fill in the square lace pattern. The third pattern group is completed. Let's take a look at the crocheting sequence here. Puff stitch pattern, all worked on the second single crochet position of the single crochet increase. After finishing the puff stitch pattern, work 4 single crochets. Start the square lace pattern. First, complete the square lace pattern, chain stitches and connecting single crochets. After completing, work 5 single crochets. Start the arch lace pattern. When crocheting, connect with the single crochet on the left side hole of the right square lace pattern. After finishing the arch lace pattern, then fill in the square lace pattern. Evenly pick up stitches and work single crochets. Repeat this process. Refer to the chart. Continue until the last square lace pattern on the left side hole position. When encountering the single crochet position with transition slip stitch, insert into the single crochet stitch. Work the corresponding stitch technique. Don't miss the stitch with the stitch marker. Weave the transition slip stitch into the work while crocheting. Now you've reached the corresponding position. Work 2 single crochets in the left chain space. 1 picket stitch, 3 single crochets, then join with single crochet to the first arch lace pattern. Insert the hook into the stitch marker spot. Thread it through from back to front. Make a single crochet inside. Pull the yarn through. Yarn over and pull through the loops on your hook. The connecting single crochet is done. Continue working single crochets in the chain space, a total of 5 stitches. Finish with a slip stitch at the stitch marker spot. Pull tight. Chain 1 to secure. Stretch the loop. Leave about 5 centimeters of yarn tail. Cut off. Pull tight. Finally, tuck away the excess part, along the texture on the wrong side. To prevent the yarn tail from coming loose, you can separate the strands into 2 strands. Pull one strand through an adjacent position. Tie a simple knot with the 2 yarn tails. Then tuck it in again. Cut off the excess part. Look everyone, this is what it looks like after completing round 10. Next, work round 11. Starting from this round, the piece becomes square. Take the yarn tail from where you previously broke the yarn. Here, to make it easier for everyone to see clearly, I'll demonstrate with a different color yarn. Make a slip knot with the yarn tail. Hang the yarn tail on the left hand. This round begins crocheting from the wrong side. Position the fabric with the wrong side facing you. Insert the hook into any arch above the lace pattern. Single crochet stitch between 2 picket stitches. Draw the knotted loop through. Adjust the loop size. Chain 4 to start this round. Count these 4 chains as 1 treble crochet. Mark the 4th chain. Next, work the first corner. Crochet 21 chains as a bridge. Chain 10 first. Mark the 6th and 10th chains. Mark them. Complete the remaining stitches. After finishing, make a single crochet into the 10th chain marked with stitch marker. Pick up both strands above the braid. Remove the stitch marker below. Turn the workpiece over. Single crochet 4 times into the left chain space. Chain 11 after completing. Turn the work piece. Work a single crochet to join on the second to last single crochet just crocheted. Join with a single crochet, that is this stitch. Continue with 5 chain transition. On the 6th braid marked with stitch marker on the left side, join with a single crochet, pick up both strands above the front side of the braid. Turn the work piece. Work 2 single crochets in the chain space of 5 chains on the left side. One picket stitch. Two single crochets. After completing, work 4 single crochets in the adjacent chain space. One picket stitch. Two single crochets. Then position the work piece below, with the wrong side facing you. Pay attention that the transition chains on the right side shouldn't be twisted too tightly. If twisted too tightly, need to turn the work piece to adjust position. Insert the hook into the left square lace pattern. Top single crochet stitch. Work single crochet connection. Separated by 1 stitch between the connection and the right picket stitch. Meaning skip this stitch. After completing the connecting single crochet, turn the work piece counterclockwise. Finish the remaining single crochets in the chain space. Pay attention that the right side texture faces you while crocheting. Work 6 single crochets downward. After completing, work 4 single crochets in the left chain space. Work 4 single crochets. While working, don't need to wrap all remaining chains. Leave about 3 stitches space. This completes half of the corner. Move on to the other half. First work 8 chain transitions. Turn the work piece. Work a single crochet to connect on the 4th single crochet from the bottom. Work a single crochet to join. Continue turning the work piece. Work 4 single crochets in this chain space. Same as before, Don't wrap all chains with single crochets. Leave 3 stitches space. After completing, work 8 chain transitions. Turn the work piece. Work a single crochet to join on the 3rd single crochet from the bottom. Continue with 8 chain transitions. On the 10th round below, in the middle stitch of the square lace pattern, work a single crochet to join, which is the stitch on the left side of the previous crochet join. Turn the work piece. Work single crochets in the chain space. Pay attention to the first stitch insertion point. Insert the hook into the single crochet below where you previously joined. Pick up 2 strands on the edge like this. Work a single crochet inside them. When working, wrap the chain together. Then work 2 single crochets in the chain space. 1 picket stitch. 6 single crochets. After completing, work 2 single crochets in the adjacent space. 1 picket stitch. 2 single crochets. Similarly, single crochets don't need to wrap the chain completely. Leave space for 3 stitches. Work 5 chain transitions downward. The first corner is completed. Move on to the second side. Crocheting on the wrong side, turn the fabric over. On top of the left side lace pattern, work 1 treble crochet in the middle stitch, that is, the stitch between 2 picket stitches. The technique for treble crochet is, yarn over twice. Insert the hook. Pull the yarn through. There are 4 loops on the hook. Yarn over one after another. Draw through the first 2 loops on the hook. Repeat 3 times. The treble crochet is completed. Work 11 chain transitions. On the single crochet in the middle of the left square lace pattern, work 1 treble crochet. Work 2 rounds. Insert the hook. Complete this treble crochet. Between the picket stitches on both sides, skip 2 stitches each. Continue with 11 chain transitions. On the stitch in the middle of the left arch lace pattern, work 1 treble crochet. The second side is completed. Now work the second corner. Work 10 chains. Mark the last and sixth chain. Continue with 11 chains. On the braid below the left stitch marker, work 1 single crochet to connect. Pick up 2 strands on the front loop. Turn the workpiece over. Work 4 single crochets in the left chain space. After completing, work 11 chains. Turn the workpiece. On the second last single crochet below, work a single crochet to connect. Continue with 5 chain transitions. On the braid of the left stitch marker, work 1 single crochet to connect, also crocheting from the right side. After completing, turn the workpiece. Work 2 single crochets in the 5 chain space. One picket. Two single crochets. Work 4 single crochets in the adjacent chain space. One picket stitch. Two single crochets. Turn the workpiece. Insert the hook into the left square lace pattern. Work a single crochet to connect on the single crochet stitch above. Between the right picket and skip 1 stitch. After the single crochet connection is completed, turn counterclockwise. Continue working single crochets in the chain space. Pay attention to the right side texture facing you while crocheting. Work 6 single crochets downward. After completing, work in the left chain space. Work 4 single crochets. While crocheting, don't wrap all remaining chains. Leave about 3 chain spaces. This completes half of the corner. Continue crocheting the other half. Chain 8 as a transition. Turn the workpiece. Work a single crochet to join in the 4th stitch from the end. Turn the workpiece. Work 4 single crochets in the left chain space. Similarly, leave 3 chain spaces. Move on to chain 8. In the third single crochet from the end, work a single crochet to join. Continue with chain 8 as a transition. In the square lace pattern below, work a single crochet to join in the middle stitch. That is the previous joining single crochet, the adjacent stitch. All crocheting on the wrong side. Turn the work piece. Work a single crochet in this chain space. Pay attention to the placement of the first stitch. Insert the hook into the previous joining single crochet below. Pick up 2 strands on the edge. Work a single crochet inside. Wrap the chain while crocheting. Then work 2 single crochets in this chain space. 1 picket stitch. 6 single crochets. After completing, work 2 single crochets in the adjacent space. 1 picket stitch. 2 single crochets. Single crochets don't need to wrap the entire chain. Leave about 3 stitches space. Work 5 chain transitions downward. The second corner is completed. Move on to the third side, crocheting on the wrong side. On the left side, arch pattern, work 1 treble crochet in the middle stitch above, which is the position between 2 picket stitches. Then work 11 chain transitions. On the single crochet in the middle of the left square pattern, work 1 treble crochet. Continue to work 11 chain transitions. On the middle stitch of the left side arch pattern, work 1 treble crochet. The third side is completed. Repeat this process. Refer to the pattern. Work the remaining sides and corners downward. Pay attention while crocheting. Each side is crocheted on the wrong side. After the last corner is completed, complete the first side. Join with a slip stitch at the marker spot. Pull tight. Look everyone, this is what the 11th round looks like when completed. Now work round 12. Chain 1 as beginning chain. Turn the fabric over. Crochet on the right side. This stitch corresponds to the beginning chain below. Work 11 single crochets into the left chain space. Evenly work single crochets around the chain stitches. Mark the first stitch. After completing, work 1 single crochet into the left treble crochet stitch. Continue working 11 single crochets into the chain space. Work 1 single crochet into the treble crochet stitch. Now at the first corner position. First work 4 single crochets into the left 5 chain space. Work 4 single crochets. Work 1 single crochet into the adjacent single crochet side. Pick up 2 strands on the edge and work single crochets. After completing, work into the left chain space. Work 3 single crochets. Work 1 single crochet on the edge single crochet. Pick up 2 strands above. Continue working 3 single crochets into the chain space. At the edge single crochet position, work 1 single crochet. Half of this corner's corresponding single crochets are done. Move on to the other half. Work 3 single crochets into the left chain space. The adjacent single crochet is worked into the previous braid. Pick up the remaining strand of the braid and work 1 single crochet. You can see this single crochet and the one below are worked into the same space. Continue working 3 single crochets into the left chain space. The connecting single crochet is worked into the braid. Pick up the remaining strand and work single crochets. Now at the left chain space of 5 chains. Work 4 single crochets inside. The first corner's single crochet is completed. Let's look at the crocheting pattern here. All worked into the chain spaces of 11 chains from the previous round on each side. Work 11 single crochets. Work 1 single crochet into the treble crochet stitch. For each corner, in the left and right chain spaces of 5 chains, work 4 single crochets each. The middle spaces all get 3 single crochets. Edge single crochets pick up 2 strands and work 1 single crochet. Single crochets worked on the braid. Pick up the remaining strand of the braid and work single crochets. Repeat this process. Refer to the chart. Work all the way down to complete the remaining part. The position of the beginning chain also has one stitch that shouldn't be missed. Join with a slip stitch at the stitch marker position to conclude. Pull tight. Because the second section requires adding sequins later, chain 1 to secure. Stretch the loop. Leave about 5 centimeters of yarn tail. Cut off. Pull tight. Take the 2 yarn tails, weave them in along the wrong side texture. Look! This is what a completed large motif looks like. To make the texture flat, the large motif needs to be ironed after completion. Then work the second section. I won't demonstrate here.